Hello, this is Neil Long, and I'd like to welcome you to this little video to tell you why webinars are great and really leveraged as well. It's worth watching, trust me on this one. I can pretty much guarantee that in 2 or 3 minutes' time you'll know considerably more than you do now, and your head will be buzzing excitedly with ideas. If not, I'll eat my hat. Right, webinars. Let's first destroy the myth that you have to be a technical person to do this. You don't. They don't need you to be technical. The setup is very, very simple. It's just literally click, plug, and play. You type in the title of your presentation on the description, you choose a theme, and press the button. But actually, with the system that I'm creating, you don't even need to do that, because I'll do it for you. But more on that a bit later. I'm getting ahead of myself. Listen, love it or hate it, online marketing is all about selling. I used to be a salesman, selling of all things drinks vending machines. Now, there are pretty good ones in the marketplace, and the product actually tasted nice. No, really, it did. But I had to go cold calling in industrial estates in West Sussex, that's the south of England, and cold calling is not fun. Why? Well, most people on industrial estates are bothered by salespeople several times a day, and 99% of the time they're not the slightest bit interested in what those salespeople have to offer. They don't like vending machine drinks, tea in particular, and sometimes the telesales department will call and make an appointment for me and raise the quality of the lead from stone cold to a teeny tiny bit warm. But even in the light of that, it was still hard work. But all that said, the best chance I had was to get face-to-face with the decision maker. Often I wasn't. They'd delegate someone else to come over and take the information, but this someone else didn't have decision-making power. And he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll tell him or her all about it after we had the meeting." Now, obviously, they wouldn't do as good a job as me. It was like a bad game of Chinese whispers. And guess what? Not many sales. No surprises there, really. But if I did get in front of the decision maker, I had a sporting chance. So, what was the difference? The person who can make the decision is present, fairly obvious that one. They're fairly interested, or at least open to what you've got to offer. You're selling one-to-one, and in this particular case, I had visual and even taste demos to help. Now, the webinar model is similar, apart from the taste. It's the closest thing to direct face-to-face selling you can get. Chances are you're in front of the decision maker, and you have visuals to help, and no powdered tea in sight. But the incredible leverage of webinars is, if you think back to the vending machines, even when all the boxes were ticked to stack the cards in my favour, I was still only selling to one person. But with webinars, it could be 10, 100, or even more. Unless you do a poor presentation, or you're aiming at the wrong demographic of people, like trying to sell hairbrushes to bald people, you increase your leverage tenfold. And research shows that 1 in 10 people generally buy on a well-targeted, well-presented webinar. So, let's do the maths. Let's have a look at the typical affiliate marketing model. $30 product offering 50% commission. You draw traffic to it, if you're lucky, and get a 1% conversion, if you're very lucky. Let's say the traffic cost you $100 to get 100 people to the site. 1% buy, that makes you $15, which means you're $85 down, assuming the customer doesn't cancel. Not a great business model, but let's say the webinar model was used. 10% buy at $15, so $150 made. Less $100 for traffic, so that's $50 a sale. That's better. And with the system I'm going to show you, you don't even need to get the traffic there or to do anything technical apart from doing a presentation with a software like PowerPoint, which is really easy. But before I explain more about that, let's look at the 7 types of webinar business models that generate the most cash flow and repeat business. Are you ready? Let's go. First one, the show and tell model. It's quite simple. All we do is take a product or service that we have and show it off on the internet using a PowerPoint presentation on live online software demonstration via our webinar. You set up a PowerPoint presentation just like you would in a seminar and present that when people attend. Now, all they're going to see is your screen. You just talk, run through the PowerPoint, and at the end, if you've got an offer, you make your offer. You can use photos, diagrams, statistics, text, and pictures in your presentation, and basically use anything you would in a PowerPoint presentation. You can talk about software or teach people how to use a particular program, or anything that extols the benefits of your offering. Good word, extols, don't you think? Model number 2, you can interview the experts. An online colleague of mine interviewed an expert 1 a week on the key concepts of internet marketing. For example, keywords 1 week and SEO, search engine optimization, the next. Within a 7-week period, he had a following of 150 people regularly tuning in. Now, this was a great way to build a list, build credibility, get on the radar of the big boys, get his content on multiple platforms, iTunes, YouTube, etc., make a sellable product, and help the person being interviewed become better known. Now you can see the benefits are manifold. This is similar, quick plug, to what I'm doing on www.onlineprofitsradioshow.com, which you can subscribe to in iTunes. There's great information there presented in a fun conversational way. End of plug. It's actually pretty easy to get ranked on iTunes, even for a keyword like internet marketing. Imagine how hard that would be to pull off in the search engines, but look, there it is, the one in orange. That's me. Excuse me a moment. Get in! Sorry, end of plug. All right, one more little one. If you'd like to know more about podcasting, hop over to thepodcastersbible.com. Free download for you there right now, all about podcasting. That really is the end of the plug. But I'm getting off at a tangent here. Back to webinars. We've so far covered show and tell and interview and expert model. To summarize interview and expert model, here are the steps. Number 1, find an expert in your field, niche or market that you can interview. Approach the expert in person or email by phone and say, can I help you sell more products? Experts will like you straight away because you're giving them free promotion and you're allowing them to sell at the same time. You handle the technical side that really isn't that technical, it's easy really. They turn up and wax lyrical on their specialist subject, you record the webinar and then send out the replay and the transcribe to your attendees. Model 3. A paid webinar series. Now here's another twist. People pay to attend up front. An example here is a book author who had 12 chapters in his book, and each week he discussed a chapter in great detail on a webinar to make sure his clients got a great understanding of the material in it. People paid up front and he made $1,200. You can also bring in experts to teach your clients. It's worth mentioning the membership model here as well. A membership site is basically a site that's locked to the public, that you have regular members that you deliver the content to privately on a regular basis. If you have a membership site, you can add regular teaching webinars to it. It's all very, very good leverage. You can charge anything from $9 to $97 per month for a membership site. Adding a recorded webinar once a month to your site is very powerful. It keeps the clients there as they know something new and good is coming regularly. See? Webinars are taking a big share at the moment of the seminar market. People are thinking, why on earth should I go to a seminar when I can learn this stuff online? What are people learning? Have a look at udemy.com. That's an online university. People offer free and paid courses from anything from learning spreadsheet software to cake baking. Oddly, the spreadsheet one is a huge seller. Boring. But have a look how much he charges and multiply that by the amount of attendees he had. Do you reckon you could tap into a share of this market? Now the fourth model, joint ventures. These are the fast track. You can leverage somebody else's business, somebody else's customers, or somebody else's credibility. Hey, if you were Jocelyn Brown the pop star, you could leverage somebody else's guy. Just somebody else's guy. Enough Jocelyn, please. Ah, come on, little levity. Who said business had to be boring? But listen, joint ventures can generate a lot of cash flow really fast. Coca-Cola and McDonald's are doing a JV, that's joint venture, and lots of airlines are doing it too. Two companies basically coming together for mutual profit and credibility. You don't need a list, a product, or a website, or your own traffic. So yeah, JVs, very profitable, but how can you identify them? From where do you mine this gold? Well, find a company that's got a list, a product or a website, but they're not doing webinars. Explain the benefits, then run a webinar with your software and split the loot. The other way is if you have a product, you can take it to someone else's list and split the profits 50-50. Simples. Information products and upsells. Okay, here's a great way to create info products to also build credibility and create rapport with your clients and create info products and upsells. Easy. You create a webinar with great content. Then you extract the audio and put it on YouTube. You can break it up into sections if you like, and then drive traffic back to your site through many avenues. You can even chop up the content and use it as an email autoresponder sequence. Or you can convert it into an ebook. So you see, you've created products from the webinar you did, and now you can upsell on the back of this. Upsell? Oh, it's a common marketing term, and even if you've lived under a rock for the last 30 years, I bet you'll have seen it. Ever been to McDonald's and ordered a meal deal and they say, do you want to go large with that? Well, there's an upsell. It's everywhere in our Western society. It's very, very common online as well. I'd wager you must have seen it online if you've ever bought anything. So, let's say from the informational webinar that you did, you create an ebook worth $37. You could, on the thank you page, offer a series of webinars, like the paid model which I talked about before, to go into the concepts of the book in greater detail, or offer an audio version of the book. You could even hire a professional voiceover person to do the voice for you. www.whyvoiceoverswork.com. That's www.whyvoiceoverswork.com.
Stop that shameless plugging! I've told you before. Now, get on with it!
Sorry. You could, as another option, offer coaching to people about the book with webinars or even one-to-one. It's a good way of selling high-ticket items on the back of a lower-priced one, and you got here by using webinars as a starting point. So now you can begin to see the power of upsells. You did want leverage, right? But if you don't have your own webinar software, don't worry. All will become clear as you listen on. I won't divulge yet because, hey, everyone likes a little mystery in a story, right? I'm sorry. Now, we also touched on podcasts again. Don't forget, if you'd like to learn more about this brilliant form of marketing, you can download... Please, can I just do one plug? Please, just one.
Oh, all right then. Just a teeny one.
20 minutes?
10 seconds at best, or I'll see that you'll never work in voiceover again.
Blimey, tough crowd. Listen, podcast, www.thepodcastersbible.com. Or if you do have a low-price product that you want to leverage, there's more details about this on my website, www.onlineprofitsradioshow.com. That's onlineprofitsradioshow.com.
That was 11, maybe 12.
Oh, shut your face. The next model I want to talk about is automated webinars. This software allows you to put webinars online, replay them on demand and make them seem live. If you don't mention the time of day or year, they can be evergreen. Let's say a prospect signs up. You send him to a link to the live, in inverted commas, webinar that's running at 9 o'clock tonight, and he'll attend it to learn more about what he's just signed up for. Then if you do 2 a day and do it right, you can get up to a 44% conversion rate. Now that, friends, is not too shabby. You can do it for your products or someone else's as an affiliate, and you don't need to be an expert at traffic either. And there's several softwares on the market that allow you to do this, but the best, I believe, is called the Webinator, created by a man who is doing fantastically well with this method with webinars, Stephen Esser. You can get it at the link www.webinator.biz. That's webinator.biz. Or just click the link in the YouTube video, or if you're on my blog, click the link below this video and you can download a PDF document of all I've said here, and that link is on there. So don't worry if you didn't get it, just download the document, click the link in the YouTube video, or if you're on my blog, just click the link below. Yeah, that one. So why would a webinar not convert? Well, 2 reasons. Number one, you've got a mismatch, a demographic mismatch, he said, trying to use clever marketing language. In simple terms, the people you tried to sell to weren't matched to what you were offering, like trying to sell hairbrushes to bald people or an ego reducer to radio presenters.
Tell me about it.
Will you leave it out? Make sure the content you give matches the offer. So if you give content on YouTube, offer a YouTube-related package, not a Facebook package. It seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people do this. It's a mismatch. It confuses people. Or vice versa. If you give Facebook content, offer a Facebook package, not a YouTube one. You get the idea. Second reason is a bit more involved. You didn't make the offer irresistible enough. As Tony Robbins would say, create massive value. Talk up the benefits. What's it going to do for them? How's it going to make their life easier or save huge amounts of time or make them even sexier than they already are? It needs to be a no-brainer for the client. They want it and they need it. And they want it right now. Here's the final webinar model, the affiliate traffic model. Once you've got your webinar converting at 10%, you can give it to others to sell for you. Affiliates love high-converting products, and as affiliates, they're looking for them all the time because that's what they do, affiliate marketers. So do the maths, work out your margin, and go hunting for affiliates.
I think I bagged one.
So there you have it, the 7 keys to making money from webinars. So what software should I use for webinars? It's a good question. Lots of folks use GoToWebinar. They offer a free 30-day trial, then it's a somewhat large monthly fee. If you have over 100 attendees, the fee gets rather large every month. Fortunately, a new solution's come on the market very recently. It's called Webinar Jam. Its co-creator is Mike Filsaime, huge online, and it's a yearly fee of $297 at the time of recording this. The other options could cost you $3,000 a year. It's a no-brainer, and it's got all the features and benefits you could dream of and more. And you can find it on the download. I've got a free download of this. Just click the link in the YouTube video or the link below the video in the blog. You download a PDF document. It's got all the links you need on there. But what if you say,
"But I don't want to buy the software. Can you still help?"
yes, because I've got the software. Ha! I've also got a way of finding people with relevant lists. If your product's not a match for my list, I can broker you maybe a deal with someone who's a better match. The only cost to you is your time and you're making up a presentation to offer the clients. PowerPoint would be just fine. If I offer it to my list, we go 50-50. If I offer it to another's list, well, they get 50%, the list owner does. Then we go 25% each. But if we offer it a second time, we could negotiate for a 33.3% each, subject to that negotiation. Remember, the cost to you, zero. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Just your time. And with a conversion rate of 10%, if we do it properly, which we will, you can't lose. You simply can't lose. Listen, I'm a radio presenter and voiceover artist by trade, and I'll bring those skills to the table for you and help you co-present it in a highly professional way. All you need to do is shoot me an email on neilscustomerservice@gmail.com, or my Skype address is neil.long1. That's neilscustomerservice@gmail.com or Skype neil.long1. Before we finish here, thank you for listening, by the way, all the way to the end. I wanted to give you access to a couple more useful resources. If you have a low-cost product and you'd like advice on how to up the value of it, either using the methods above or by other devices, have a look on my site, www.onlineprofitsradioshow.com. Also, I'd like to introduce you to a business partner of mine who works with you to make your venture a success, whatever your venture is. He's a seasoned business professional. His name's Derek Kemp, and you can find him here at yourbusinesssuccessclub.com. yourbusinesssuccessclub.com. And of course, do sign up to our podcast in iTunes, where you can learn all you ever wanted to about internet marketing, ask me any question, and hear interviews from experts. Now, all these links you need are on the downloadable document, which you can have for free. Click the link below the YouTube video to download it, or you can just click the link if you're on my blog below the video, and it will download straight away for you. No opt-in necessary. Listen, thank you very much for listening. I do hope to hear from you, and I hope to work together with you in the future for mutual fun and profit. Ah, another one done. Thank goodness for that. How did I do?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad.
Okay. Will it be my usual fee?
Yes? Dry roasted or salted?